Hello everybody, I am here to chat real quick about Bee's Knees Lacquer's upcoming Black Friday sale. They're actually combining this year Black Friday and Buzzmas, which is super exciting. So I'm going to share all of the details for that. There's going to be 2 collections this month, so that's different, and I can't wait to give you more detail. As you can see, I'm coming to you from my car. Quick, like, literal lunch break, intro, outro, fun stuff, but I wanted to show my face. It's been a while and I missed it, and yeah, I'm super excited to talk about Bee's Knees Lacquer. They're releasing 2 collections this month. They're combining, so they're doing a Black Friday sale, and then Bee's Knees Lacquer also does Buzzmas, which is usually like their Christmas holiday, December holiday sale. But they're combining them. So the sale is going to go from the 29th of November, Friday the 29th of November, 7 p.m. Eastern time, through the 8th of December. And it will be a Buzzmas and Black Friday sale, which is super exciting. And so sale means that everything, let me readjust. Sale means that everything is going to be 25% off on the Bee's Knees Lacquer site, even new polishes, which is super, super exciting. So I only have one of the collections. Bee's Knees Lacquer has been rotating swatches, so not all of us get every single collection anymore. I will try to share some stuff in my stories on Instagram of people who have the other collection. There are 2 collections this month. Not the first one. I guess the one that's like technically the Black Friday collection is inspired by Baldur's Gate 3, the game. I'm a little bit bummed that I don't have that collection, but I'm gonna pick them up. Everything's on sale. So that collection is gorgeous. There's thermals, there's magnetics, there's shimmers. There's a really, really nice collection of colors. I'm really into it. And then the second collection, which is the one that I have, is inspired by a book. The book is Divine Mortals, and it's a really, really pretty collection. Both collections are 9 pieces, 9 polishes. The Divine Mortals collection is like a full shimmer collection. So some really nice shimmers. Some are sheerer than others. There's a Doomicorn sibling in there as well, but it's a really good one. I'm a big fan. So in addition to the sale, so the 25% off sale, in addition to that, there are going to be overpours from the Beetlejuice collection, which I also did swatch, so I'll try to like link my video somewhere in here because I have swatches of that one as well. So there will be overpours of the Beetlejuice collection as well as the God and Gumio mystery bags. Those are really, really pretty, like UP Ghost Flake mystery bags that had some nice neutral colors. There will be overpours of the individual polishes from that, from those mystery bags, which is exciting. So if you were waiting and didn't specifically want to roll the dice on a mystery, you'll get the individuals. And then there's also going to be some respawns. Definitely sign up for the Bee's Knees Lacquer newsletter, because she listed out what respawns are coming back. So like Lemon's coming back, Arcana, some really, really popular polishes are coming back just kind of from this last year or so. And then other than that, there's going to be some overpours available from, like mystery overpours, since they can't, you got to redact some stuff, but there's going to be mystery overpours from Hella Handmade Creations, from Polish Pickup, from Fandom Flakies. So there will be mysteries of those as well that you can order. Once again, everything's 25% off. And then there's also going to be like unreleased prototypes and stuff like that, which is also always super fun. Okay, this is better. I'm just like running around trying to I don't have like a tripod for my car, which I should get, but I don't want to be in my car forever. But regardless, I'm about to get to the swatches, but also on top of the sale, on top of the overpours, on top of all of those things, there's going to be mystery bags. No swatchers got them as far as I know, but they're based off of a book called Phantasma, and they are UP and holo flake mystery bags, and I'm absolutely picking one up. Bee's Knees Lacquer is one of the brands for me that I feel like I love their mystery bags so much, so I always want to get them. But They're based off of a book called Phantasma, which I've not read, but they're UP and holo flake. And if you signed up for the Bees Knees Lacquer newsletter, they kind of did a spoiler email of like names and like what the colors are, since no one has them. So they sound really pretty. I'm definitely going to roll the dice on one. The mystery bags are 30 bucks each because of the UP and the holo flake. $30 each, and it's going to be limited to one per person. Now, that doesn't usually mean one per household, it just means per person. So that. And the email did say that this is the only time that they're going to be available. So I'm not sure if that means that they're not going to come back for overpours. I don't have those details. But for now, I'm going to get to the swatches of the gorgeous Divine Mortals collection and then chat later.
So we're going to start with the Rising Tide, and this is a really cool one. I don't have anything like this from Bee's Knees, and it is described as a grungy gray with blue to purple to green shimmer, and it's really nice and shifty on the nail, and you can see it's definitely got that like grungy, like murky color to it, which is pretty cool. I really, really like this one. The purple comes out real strong, especially in this lighting, but it's a good purple. I think I think I'm definitely more into like the more muted tones when going for purple. But I like this one a lot. I like this one more than I thought I would for sure. And it reminds me a little bit of Fallen Angels from Mooncat. And I don't have anything else to really compare it to. And I wasn't able to compare it to that because I couldn't find my bottle. But it is a little more sheer. So you definitely want 3 coats if you have longer nails for full coverage. Obviously, this is over like a sheer base, so you're getting a little more of that like nail line, but you can see I've still got a little bit of visible nail line going. I wouldn't go for 4. I don't really necessarily feel like you need it, but this is over a clear base coat, 3 coats, and you can see that blue really pops through on this. I'd probably just wear like one layer of a blurring, like not a blurring base, but more of just like a non-clear base coat, just to also probably protect my nails from staining. And then this one has my favorite name of the entire collection, and I'm obsessed. I emailed Sarah as soon as I opened the box and saw this one, and I was like, "Are you for real with this one?" And I mean, this is kind of almost a buy it for the name. This polish is also an ivory Doomicorn sibling, and so it has that like same green to blue shimmer. I know I've talked about not super loving Doomicorn shimmer on me because it just goes green. As you can see, it's super green. It's going to be green in my swatch light. Um, that's just because that's what my swatch light does. But it has that nice blue shift to it as well. The only other one I would compare this one to is maybe Little Bird, which was a Hella Handmade Creations. That one is a white though. So this definitely is an ivory color. If you really want to split hairs, which I would, I mean it's different. It's not white. And I definitely bumped my nail there, which is awesome. But you can see it applies beautifully. I don't have a ton of time, so usually when I swatch, I'm not gonna go back through and rewipe and refilm this whole thing. So I'm gonna swatch over it. Um, you can see it builds really nicely. It's a 3 coater for sure, just because it's like a light, it's just one of those light shimmery polishes. And yep, I think you're like I said, 3 coats is good for this one as well over this clear base. I'd maybe go for just a slightly more blurring base, because as you can see, I've got some pretty strong visible nail line. 3 coats over my natural nails. You can see the really pretty blue shift on this one, but it's a really nice, like warm ivory color, which I really like. I feel like it's a really, really flattering neutral for me. Next up is another one of my favorites from this collection, and it is Never Broker a Deal with a Demon. And this is one of my favorites. It's super shifty, and you can see how shifty it is in the bottle, which is my favorite kind of polish when you can already see the shifts. and it's described as a sheer teal with strong orange to green shimmer, which is a top tier shimmer combo. And the green and the teal go really well together with that green shimmer. But it is sheer. It's described as such, and it is, but doesn't bother me. It's really, really glowy and shifty and super pretty. Um, but it is a three coater, so you can see I've got two coats on, and this third, you still have some visible nail line. In my final shot, I do also still have a visible nail line while I'm, with the three coats over the clear base. But regardless, this is still one of my favorites from this collection. It's super, super pigmented, and as you can see, also super, super shifty. It's really, really neat. And I'm a big fan. I really, really like this one. And I had to like move my hand around so I could really show all of the shifts on it because you need to see it. It's beautiful. It's definitely a good one. This one has a great name too. Oh, I just want to spank it out of him. And this looks similar in the bottle to a handful of others like Puppy People, the others like Star Witch. I think the names are escaping me. But this is described as a deep oxblood with emerald to blue microflake shimmer. This may stain, as you can tell, it's really pigmented and it's an oxblood color, so those tend to stain in general, like that deep red. But I like this one. I think out of kind of all of the iterations, I like the emerald to blue microflake shimmer in general because I feel like it gives a really strong blue shimmer. And the coverage on this is nice. You might want three coats if you have longer nails. I did end up doing three on this, but the oxblood is a really good color. I feel like three coats made it like a little more purple than I wanted. I'd probably just stick to two, but this is three over a clear base. So you can see the coverage is really nice on this, and the blue to green shimmer really, really pops. But yeah, it's more red than a lot of um the others. Those are kind of more on the purple side, which not not my fave. Next up we have the flood, which is a really cool, it's really cool. I love the name of it, and also the color is beautiful, and it has that nice like silver light reflective glitter in it that you don't need a glitter grabber for, but you know, it still gives like that nice sparkle. But it's described as a steel blue with rich blue shimmer and that silver light reflective. And yes, you can see it's kind of like that gray steel blue, which is which is pretty cool. I like the color a lot in general. It's a little more sheer than I was expecting. So you're definitely gonna want three coats to like build up. But the combo of the steel blue with the blue shimmer is really, really nice. I really, really liked it. In general, I like the just the vibe of it, which is kind of like a moody blue while being like fun and sparkly as well. It's a good one. I'm a big fan. And you can see it has it's just a really good one. And here it is in full daylight. See the light reflective sparkling. You can still see some nail line even with the three, in the full sun. But that blue really pops through, and it's a nice moody color. I really like it. Reminds me of the ocean, which I guess is why it's called the flood. Like I said, I haven't read the book, but this is a vibe. I'm into it. So this is everything I deserve, and it is that purple for my purple lovers. If you are into purple, this is a good one. It's all full sparkles. This is not described as like a lion cousin or anything like that. So the lions are, the specific what's the word? The specific formula that Sarah created a specific polish out of a lion with a thorn in its paw that was really popular. This is not described as a lion formula, but everything I deserve is described as a rich violet with purple shimmer and a ton of hollow flakes, and it is incredibly hollowy. There is a note that the violet base may bleed with the quick dry top coat, which just kind of means that sometimes when you add the top coat over it, it kind of can dull the hollow, which maybe it does. Um, I don't try to mess around with that stuff because when I'm swatching, I'm willing to bet 99% of people aren't messing around with like all the experiments that you can do to not have your top coat bleed. So I think it looks gorgeous as is. So if you're just a base and top coat person, it'll look good. And then this one is Love Reading, which I love the name of immensely. This is one of the funkier colors that I have put on because it is kind of, it's not, uh, it's not my exact skin tone as you'll see, but it is kind of a funky neutral on me. But it is described as like a gossamer rosewood brown, which I love a rosewood. And it has a green to that like nice green to blue shimmer. As you can see, as I'm swatching here, it's super, super green. So you'll see the green to blue shimmer like in the natural light. So it's just kind of funky. I feel like the green shimmer really takes over a lot of this, and it has that like rosewood brown base, which makes it a kind of funky neutral for me and my skin tone, especially with the green. As we know, I don't super love the super strong green shimmer all the time. But I did like it in, here it is in natural light. So, I'm on my balcony, so it's sunny out, but this is not like direct light or anything. So as you can tell, it's like a neutral. You can see that blue shift there. But yeah, this is just kind of like a funky neutral on me, which I did enjoy. And this is Soulmates, which I don't know if you could, there's some that it looks like a couple of the other polishes. I know that a handful of people do have comparisons. But that's more in the bottle, and that's the thing about bee's knees that I also really like is I feel like outside, in the bottle it might look similar, but once you put it on, it is a little more, there's like subtle differences between everything. So Soulmates is described as a sheer indigo loaded with gold to green to blue shimmer, which I love. I'm a big fan. And I do really like the indigo color of it because it's not quite purple, also not straight blue. It looks really purple here, but you could see when I showed you the bottle shot that it's definitely in the bluer side of purple, indigo. And it's definitely on the sheer side in terms of formula, but this is still 3 coats, and you can see it's really shifty, which I love. And it's a really nice color. I really like the indigo color of it for sure. So 3 coats over my natural nails. I'd maybe wear a slightly more blurring base just in general. These are always kind of funky colors because sometimes they do leave little pigment stains, but your mileage may vary. And then we have, last but not least, Favored by the Gods, which is described as a mid-tone purple with glowy green shimmer. And um, the, and this one looks a little like Doomicorn, which I no longer have. I know that there were some comparisons floating around. If I remember correctly, Doomicorn is that green to blue shimmer. This has just kind of that straight glowy green. And it's just, that mid-tone purple. So I think they're probably similar, but not exact dupes. You're looking for dupes, but if you're a Doomicorn lover, you're gonna love this one for sure. And this is kind of the same formula as Soulmates, and that it's like that sheer shimmer. So you'll want 3 coats for this one. You might want to wear a blurring base under it as well. But it's really, really glowy, which is very, very nice. So this is 3 coats on my shorty thumbnail. And then here it is. You can see you've got pretty significant visible nail line. Um, but it's a nice mid-tone purple. So, it builds nicely and the glow on it is really, really nice. But that was the end of the Divine Immortals collection, and I'll wrap it up.
So that was it. Some really, really beautiful colors. Some of them look super similar in the bottle to other colors. I know I didn't really do comparisons for this round. I just haven't had time to like dig through my whole stash to pull comparisons. So I'm sorry, being a bad YouTuber, person. So I just kind of stuck to the main swatches. But let me know if you have any questions on anything. I have pictures of everything on my Instagram. Feel free to shoot me a comment, to DM me on Instagram, and whatever if you have questions on, I'm happy to answer. I'm happy to chit chat. I have not read Divine Mortals yet either, and I really, really want to, so it's on my list. But besides that, let me know what you're picking up for the sale. 25% off is like great, so I'm definitely going to be picking up probably most of the Baldur's Gate 3 collection, and then a mystery bag at least. So we'll see. I can't wait to see what you all get. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you later this week.